Honestly, I'm gonna do a little quick video. Shajalahu and Assalamu alaikum. To the degree of the creator's master plan and prayer. We open in the name of the creator, the savior, master was Kifar Muhammad, the messenger of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, answer Muhammad, the select one, the Allah Messenger J man. I thought I'd do a video at night. May God's peace be with you in the new year this night. Um, I have recently quit weed and I'm happy about that. I've quit weed. I've been struggling with it for a long time, but I'm done. I put that behind me. I just like to open up about that, and I know the Savior put it behind me. All praise to Allah. I don't need it. I feel as though it's an escape. I've deleted Instagram. I've deleted the app, and I've temporarily disabled my account, and I feel like I'm free. I feel like I'm free. I feel like it had me trapped in the matrix. Like you're trapped in the matrix of the Instagram and the matrix of the world that the white man made. It could be used as a tool, but the time I spent posting, I could be reading, I could be studying, I could be developing myself, my skills and things. And I just wanted to greet you all in peace. Assalamu alaikum. And it's nighttime. I'm walking through the city. But I love the city. But this whole period of time that we're in is considered a nighttime, because we're in the 7,000th year after 6,000 years of darkness, of rule underneath the white devil. You know what I'm saying? Yakub's grafted devil. But don't forget, there's a devil itself, because when you say Atta Blahi Mini Shaitan, Minister Abdul Sabur Muhammad, who is the minister for Oakland, Mosque 26, said, there ain't no white man on that prayer rug. So keep that in mind, the devil itself. And then, like Pablo Skywalker said, the bad thoughts is just, demons is just bad thoughts. And then in the lesson I studied, answering Muhammad lessons, Jay's Temple of Islam, they said that basically how the demons are imbalanced thought patterns, so that's basically dead on, and we hope, and you got to pray to, really, demons could be like mixed emotions and controversy. You got to deal. There's a lesson by Mr. Louis Farrakhan, how to deal with mixed emotions and controversy. I need to restudy it, so but yeah, the night, in the period of a night, which means a darkness, a spiritual darkness, in the absence of light, in the absence of the black man's rule, in the absence of the realization of God, the devil's created the mystery God, formulated it. The mystery God the idea of it always exists, the invisible God, but the white man's gave it form. And what Dr. Wesley said, they gave it form and structured it and made it a bona fide spook God, so you can pray all day, but if you don't go out and work, you sit at home and don't do anything and pray for food and see how long before you starve, so we know that there is no mystery God, and I just like to say that clearly, take off my hat for a moment. It doesn't mean that I'm not, what I'm saying? It don't mean that I'm not Muslim, I got a helmet here. But look at this. We're in a period of night. This whole time period is considered a period of night. It says, though I walk through darkness, I shall fear no evil. Though I walk through the valley, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. And it says, in the Bible, it says, ye are all gods, children of the Most High, but ye shall fall like one of the princes. And it says, God stand in the congregation of other gods, he judges among the mighty. It says, you are all gods, but it says, my children have gone out of course. They dwell in darkness. It says, the light shined in the darkness, and it perceived it not. when Master Muhammad came, you know, he was in the world, and the world was made by him, but the world knew him not, you know. So it said, and the light shined in the darkness, but the darkness perceived it not. The darkness of the mind, you know, of the black man in the Detroit community, really all over. But he came to Detroit, my home city. No, not to brag, but temple number one. You know, that's how we coming. Temple number one, baby. The first temple is Nation of Islam. It was called temples at first, all of them, and then the Muslim Elijah Muhammad wanted to kind of connect us with the Orthodox Muslim world, so he changed all of it to mosque, you know. But for for good reason, so it's mosque now. But originally, temple number one started by Master Wasi for Muhammad and the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and so he walked in. The world was made by him, and he was in the world, and the world was made by him, but the world knew him not. Master Muhammad told about him. He said, "I am God." He said, "Word to the brother, said, who are you?" Or something. Or I don't know if it's his word, but he said, "Yeah, I am." Yeah, I think they said, "I am God." And then the brother slapped him in the face because the darkness was so dark. It couldn't see, like it said. It says, "In the beginning, God made the heavens and the earth." And it said, "And the earth was without form, and it was void, and there was darkness upon the face of the deep." So and it said, and there was water, and it said, and then God hovered, the Spirit of the Lord hovered above the water. So how could there be physically a planet that's void without form, but there's water on it? So it's very confusing. It's edited by King James, but who was a pedophile in the lie, and also was Shakespeare in the 46th chapter of Psalms. The 46th word from the top is shake, and the 46th word from the bottom is spear. And Shakespeare would have been around 46 years old at the time. King James, that was his alternative name. But anyway, but the dark that represents the light. There was darkness. The earth was without form and void, and there was darkness upon the face of the deep. That represents a mind of a peoples whose mind is without form. It's without form. It's void. You know, so it's a darkness in the mind. If you have a check and it's void, it's not worth anything. So people that have been made into darkness by their enemies. You know, there's a book, something called, I think, Brown Americans, I think it's called, where they said we want to stop all light from coming to the nigger. It said that if the light of Islam comes, basically, we'll never be able to enslave them. This is what people did. It said we want to stop all light coming to the nigger, so that we can keep him on the level of an animal. You know, so look at this, the dark. But then it said, then light. God said, "Let there be light." So the light shines. So this represents the people who is in a dark condition, and they're without form and void, you know, disorganized. And God said, "Let there be light." It also represents the Old Testament was revealed to Moses. So Moses brought the white men out of the cave. So he had to come to people who was in a dark state, and their minds was darkness and void, and they were savage. But God said, "Let there be light," and that's the light of the Torah that shined on them. In modern day, we are in the cave of darkness, the cave of savages. Master Fard Muhammad said, a cave of savage here, and the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, a modern day Moses, had to give us the light that shined in the darkness of our minds, you know, and we were void, made null, you know, made worthless by a slave master. We lacked the knowledge of self and God. It took the best thing from us. Hiram Biff, the story of the Masons, how the Hiram Biff is a great architect who was hit in 3 places. He was hit in his heart, because they took our culture. He was hit in the throat. They took our language, and he was hit in the head. So they took our God. And Hiram Biff was killed, but then he was